Hello friends, this is the first question of the 11th experiment. Now our aim is to write a C++ program to create an inventory class for the data members for stock, number, quantity and price, and overloaded data entry and output operator. The data entry operator function should throw an error message if the stock number is negative or higher than 1000, the quantity. If it is less than 0, the price. If it is over $100, then perform the following task. So coming to the program, coming to the program, in the main function, I have created a inventory object that is array of size 5 and a I in integer data type variable, and I'm getting 5 numbers and stock numbers, quantity, and the price from the user. So I'm using a for loop for this, that is I with condition I is equal to 0, I less than 5, and I plus plus. And now an operator is overloaded, so this function will be invoked, and it will ask the user to enter the values. Now coming to the class inventory, inside the class inventory, I have created attributes stock number, quantity, and price in float data type. And in public access specifier, I have initialized or declared the function iStream. And here I'm using a try catch exception, that if the number entered by the user is greater than 1000, or if the number entered by the user is negative or less than 0, it must show that it must show an error message. So let us check whether this program is running or not. So I'm going to enter the stock number. If I enter less than minus 0, then the it will say that the stock number must be positive as well as less than 1000. Enter the stock number again. Then I'm going to enter a positive number. If I this 200 is the price, so if I enter the price greater than 100, then dollars, it will show that the price must not be greater than 100. Then it will ask again to enter. So the program is running very fine. Thank you. Hello friends, this is the second question of the 11th experiment. Now our aim is to write a C++ program to create a function called amax that returns the value of the largest element in an array. The argument to the function should be address of the array and its size. Make the function into its template so it will work with the array of any numeral type. Write a function, a main function program that applies the function to array of various type. So first of all, here in the first step, we are going to start the program and create a template named T. Now create a function called amax which accepts two templates value and return template value. This function finds the largest elements in the array by running a for loop and checking max with each element in an array, and swaps the largest element with the max. Now create a main function to accept values of the integer, float as well as double, and pass these values of function amax stores the result of this max, the max1 and max2 respectively. Now print the values which is the largest element in the respective array. So coming to the program, right now I have created a template with the class T. Now inside the main function, so the main function I have created a variable I, then variable n in integer data type, and integer max in integer data type, and array of size a, array of a of size 100 and in integer data type, and float and array of b with 100 size in float data type, and max1 in float, and double c of 100 in double. Now enter the size of an array, so I'm getting the size of the array from the user, and here and I'm storing the value in the variable n, and integer elements. That means right now in enter the elements of the array. That means I'm using a for loop for this to get the elements from the user. So for I is equal to 0 and I less than n and I plus plus, then c in a of I, this values will be entered to the array of a with the size 100. Now after that, enter the elements of the array which is type float. So I'm going to ask the user to enter the elements for the float array, and that is b of size 100. Now these values will be stored inside the b array of size 100. That means the float that in which we created in float data type. Now I'm asking the use it to enter the elements for array of size 100, that is C, which is in double data type. Now max is equal to a max of integer of a of n. Now function will be called, and it will calculate the average of this. That means when in function overloading, for according to the inputs, it will each time it will call this function. But in function overloading, for each argument, we should create a separate function. But even though we can create the function with the same name, like cars with the integer data type, and also cars with same cars with another data type, it will be a float. But here we are creating only one function, that with a template name t, so that we according to the input, we can according to the input, the function, one function is needed for whole program. So let us check whether this program is running or not. So I'm going to enter the size of an element, that is 3, and I'm going to enter the elements 1, 2, 3, and float elements into the elements of the array. That means 2, 3, 2.0, 3.0, and 4.9. Now for the double array, enter the elements, that is 3.12 and 4.54 and 6.7.56. Yes, the maximum element in the integer array is 3, and the maximum element in the float array is 4.9, and the maximum element in the double array is 7.56. The program is running.